This is John Lindenball, and this is the ACT Science Test done in real time. This is from an official ACT Science Test. It's available online at this URL here. It is from an older preparing for the ACT announcement. I'm going to do this test in the time allotted, 35 minutes, or real time, then score it. Then we can go over the answers. Alright, so let's pull up the test here. And science test, 35 minutes to 40 questions. I'm going to wait till my computer clock reads 11:01. And here we'll read the directions. Each passage is followed by several questions. After reading the passage, choose the best answer to each question and fill in the corresponding oval on your answer document. You may refer to the passages as often as necessary. You are not permitted to use a calculator on this test. Don't worry, you won't need a calculator on this test. So it is important to memorize, well, not memorize, but know these instructions. They're not going to change, so then you won't have to spend time on the test reading these instructions. Okay, so just waiting for that 11:01 to come down here. 11:01, okay, so Passage 1, diet and ability to smell food can affect the life of normal fruit flies, and fruit flies unable to detect many odors. Okay, so let's go right to the questions. In which of studies 1 and 2 did some of the fruit flies live for more than 75 days, and what diet were those fruit flies fed? Okay. Lived for more than 75. Okay, they were all dead by 75 in the first one. Figure 2, study 2, okay. Some of them were still alive. It would be the 5% SY medium. Okay. So, strain N, normal fruit flies. Then, okay. So, study 2. Alright, doesn't look like any of them lived in study 3. So that would be study 2, 5% SY medium. So it's C. Alright, so I'm going to put my answer here on my makeshift answer sheet, and let's get going. During studies 1 and 2, why did the size of the fruit fly population in each tube decrease rather than increase? Well, it started with 200 and no additional substance was added, additional odors, and it, okay, so it just means that no additional, well, they were female, so they couldn't reproduce. There were no males, and that's it. So the birth rate was 0, contained only virgin females, so 2 is G. Alright, study 1 differed from study 2 in which of the following ways? Female fruit flies were tested in study 1, whereas male, no, that's not it. Male, okay, the SY medium in study 1 contained a lower percent than SY. In study 2, no, that's not true. Contained more. Contained a higher percent of sugar. Okay. Nope. So, study 1, oh, I see, study 1 contained a higher percent of sugar. Okay, so yes, 3 is D, because in study 1 it did contain a higher percentage of SY medium. Suppose an additional study 3 had been performed using a 12% sugar, 12% killed yeast, the average life. Okay, so study 3. Okay, strain X. Okay, so it would be between 58 and 55, so split the difference roughly, let's say 56 or so. So between 55.6 and 58.6. Yeah, okay. So there we go with that. And the researchers have predicted that decreasing a fruit fly's ability to detect odors would increase its lifespan. Are the results of study 3 consistent with that? Yes, it is, because even with a high level SY, okay, pretty much every level from 3 to 15, 3 to 15 goes with the N, it's 50 to 41, and 61 to 55. So the higher level it is, the more likely these things are to die young. So, yes, for each SY. Okay, so it would have to be strain N was longer than strain X, so it would be D. Okay. 6. Suppose the researchers wanted to determine whether a defect in the ability to detect odors would change the lifespan of fruit flies fed 15% SY medium when live yeast is added to the diet, or when additional odors from live yeast are added to the diet. Which of the following should be... Okay... Live yeast is added to the diet. Whether a defect would change the lifespan. Okay, so you'd want to repeat study 2 with live yeast and with additional odors, and 15% medium. Okay, so that'd be study 1. Okay, repeat study 1, except with, okay, they used N fruit flies, so yes, you'd want to do it with X. Okay, repeat study 1, except with strain X fruit flies, so F. Alright, 7. The results for which two tubes should be compared to determine how a reduced calorie diet affects lifespan in the absence of live yeast and additional odors from live yeast. Okay, so you just want the plain SY medium. So then that would be, okay, tube 1, okay, tube 2. So it would just be tube 1 and tube 4. Yeah, okay, cool. A. Alright. Alright, passage 8. Passage 2, question 8. Which hypothesis, if any, asserts that monarch butterflies store lipids during 2 distinct periods? Okay, so during the overwintering, okay, store lipids when they begin their migration. When the butterflies reach out, they must store lipids again. Okay, so definitely 1 does. Alright, that's easy. Those are 2 distinct periods, so before they begin and after they get there. 9. Which hypothesis asserts that monarch butterflies require energy from stored lipids neither for migration nor during the overwintering period? Okay, okay, so if it's 1 and 2, they both say they need it for migration. They need it during... Oh, okay, none of them. All of them say either one or the other or both. So, okay. Number 10, based on hypothesis 3, which of the following figures best describes the change in lipid mass of a monarch butterfly from the beginning of the migration to the end of the migration? Okay, hypothesis 3, overwintering, so they're stored during, okay, the lipid mass from the beginning to the end. Okay, so fine, so it would have to be going up like this, so like J. Alright, because they're gaining lipid, they're getting fat, got some fat butterflies in there. Alright, 11. Assume that changes in the body mass of a monarch butterfly are caused only by changes in the mass of the butterfly's stored lipids. The percentage of a monarch body mass that is made up of lipids is greater at the beginning of migration at the end of... Okay, so that would be 1 and 2. So you need it for migration. Yeah, okay, so 1 and 2. So, so that would be C. Okay. And 12. To store lipids, monarch butterflies convert sugar from nectar they've consumed into lipids. Would likely the butterflies can store lipids for the overwintering period. Nectars must be at the butterflies. Okay, so that would be... Okay, so it'd be 1 and 3. Okay, so... Oh, okay. So, no, 3 says that he arrives with enough lipids, that they arrive, so they must store lipids again, so just hypothesis 1. Okay. And 13. Which of the following statements about lipids in monarch butterflies is consistent with all three hypotheses? The butterfly's lipid mass has not changed during... No, that's not true. The butterfly's lipid mass has changed during migration. No, one of them says it doesn't. So, well, 2, it says it, okay, decreases. So, decreases. So then, yeah, it increases. So, alright. So it's not A. Okay, so B. Yeah, they all agree that it changes. Some say it goes up, some say it goes down. When the monarch butterflies use their stored lipids, the lipids must be broken down to produce energy-rich molecules that can be readily used by cells. Which of the following molecules is produced as a direct result of the breakdown of the lipids? Okay, so would have to be just ATP. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so okay, just say ATP. It's not going to be DNA, it's not going to be starch. So ATP definitely is cell fuel. So that's one where you would actually have to know some biology to do this. I know sometimes they say, oh, you don't have to really know anything to do, to get a good score on this, but you do have to know something to get a perfect score. There are things that you'll just have to know. So greenhouse gases such as methane warm the Earth's climate. Okay. So yeah, this is like cow flatulence and things like that. Okay. So decomposition. According to Figure 2, the solar radiation intensity 8,000 years ago was closest to the... Okay, 8,000 years ago, so 6, 7, 8. Between 495, looks like about 498 or so, 499. Okay. So, a little closer to 500, so I'm going to go with C. Yeah, that's definitely not closer to 400 or 500 times than 495. Okay, according to Figure 2, if the trend in the CH4 concentration continued to match the CH4 concentration at present would be, okay, solar radiation was going down, CH4, okay, so it would have to be at roughly 450. Okay, so yeah, definitely less than 550 parts per billion ppb. Alright, suppose that whenever the CH4 concentration increases, a corresponding immediate increase in the average global temperature occurs, and whenever corresponding immediate... Okay, I don't think that's really how that works, but fine, let's go with it. Based on Figure 2, which of the following graphs best represents a plot of average global temperature over the past 11,000 years? Okay, well then it's going to be kind of like so B So okay, so that's got to be B. Alright. 18, based on Figure 1, the average solar radiation intensity of the past 250,000 years was closest to which of? Average would be roughly right about here, so 480. So I'm going to go with H. Okay. Yeah, that's just about right in the middle, so... Okay, 19, one solar radiation cycle is the time when the maximum in the solar radiation and the next maximum is, okay, the average length of a solar radiation cycle in the past 250,000 years. Looks like, okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. 10, 20. Okay, 10. Okay, 10. Roughly 20,000 years. Maybe 25. Okay, so B. All right, that's pretty safe. Between 15 and 35,000 years. Which of the following describes the... Okay, it's not F, it's not G. Absorbs heat, cooling... Yeah, that's what happens. It cools it by absorbing heat. Okay. Absorbs heat that comes up, warming Earth's climate. Okay, so that would be the best one. Okay, since it warms the Earth, that's the only one that can work. Alright, 21. If a block was pulled towards the east, the frictional force exerted on was directed towards the west, right? Okay, friction, okay, because friction stops. Okay, so friction wants to pull against where you're pulling it. It's a drag. Okay, 22, based on figure 2, what is the order of the 3 blocks from the block that require the shortest time to reach 15 meters per second? Okay, so 2 kilogram block required the longest time to reach 15 meters per second. Okay, so wouldn't the shortest to the longest, okay, it would be to reach 15 meters. Okay, exactly as you would think. The heaviest one takes the longest, the shortest one takes, the lightest one takes the shortest. So, okay, so F. Alright, not terribly hard. 23, based on figure 2, what was the approximate value of the acceleration of the 3 kilogram block? Okay, it goes from 0 to 15 in 3 seconds. So about 5 meters per second squared, so it'd be B, because you have to divide 15 by 3. That's okay. So that's B. 24, based on the figure 1, the results of experiment 1 are best modeled by which of the following? Block speed equals meters per second, 0.2. Okay, pulling force. Okay, so the pulling force, yeah, it looks like about 5 times the block mass. So, yeah, it looks like just about exactly, because, see, 10 lines up with 2, 15 lines up with 3, 20 lines up with 4. Okay, it's almost like it's a contrived ACT problem. Alright, excellent. So, pulling force is going to be roughly 5 times the block mass, well, almost exactly here. So, okay, cool. At the times plotted by figure 2, except 0 seconds as block mass increase, block speed. Okay, well, this generally slows, so it'd be B. Yeah, you can see, there you go. See, slow goes down, mass goes up, speed goes down. Okay, so 25 is B. Based on figure 1, an applied force of 30 newtons would most likely the constant speed of a block having a mass of... Okay... 30 newtons... Oh, right, okay, so it'd be 6 times 5, so fine, it'd be 6, so 26 is H. Alright. So, let's see here. A typical acid-base indicator will be one color. Okay, so it's an indicator. Great. pH 2. One way in which experiment 2 differed from experiment 3. Experiment 2, solutions had a pH of 8 or greater. Okay, 3, we don't know what... Okay. The solutions to which... Yeah. So they were of known pH, so it'd be A. Because the other one, they're having you test for them. Okay. 28, based on the description of the well plate, the empty well plate would most likely have been one of the following colors. Okay, well, it wouldn't be blue, red. Okay. Well plate. Okay. So B is blue, purple, orange. Alright, so probably the best color to use if you want colors to contrast with it is white. So that way you can tell between red, yellow, blue. Okay. Plate containing, okay. Alright, which of the following transition? Curricumin. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, curricumin goes yellow, 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 yellow. At 1 through 7, curricumin, okay, so it turns orange. When red, okay, once you get pH over 8, it's orange. And red for 9 through 14. Okay, so somewhere between 7 and 9. Okay, so I would go with, 7 and 9, 7.4 to 8.6. The transition range is going to be where it changes colors. Okay. An intermediate of its other colors. So, yeah, red and yellow, orange. Okay, got it. Nailed it. Alright, a chemist has two solutions, one of pH equal to 1 and one of pH equal to 6. Based on the results of experiments 1 and 2, could indigo carmine be used to distinguish between these solutions? Okay, indigo carmine. Okay, 3, 1 and 6, no, because it's blue at all those things, so can't be. So, yeah, so F. Wonderful. Wonderful, I know. Alright. So, the indicator propyl red has a transition range from 4.6 to 6.8. If propyl red had been included in experiments 1 and 2, it would have produced results most. Okay, 4.6 to 6.8. Okay, so purple, red, 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 purple, purple. 4 point. Okay, looks like resource in blue, possibly. Yeah, I'm going to go with resource in blue because it goes from red at 4 to 7, right to blue at 7. It's purple in between, so that's just about, it's very similar. So resource in blue. Okay, it's very resourceful. A student claimed that solution 3 has a pH of 7.3. Are the results of one solution experiments 1 through 3? Solution 3. Okay, it's yellow, and he says it's 7.3. Well, that would work for matinal yellow. Yeah, that'd be yellow at that. Resource in blue is red. Ooh, no. That doesn't work, so it can't be because it's only red up to pH of 4. So that doesn't work. So, yeah, exactly. In solution 3, resource in blue was red. So, alright. And based on the results of experiments 1 through 3, which has solutions 1 through 4 has the lowest pH. Okay, 1 through 4. Okay, so we need something that's red for resource and blue if it's a low pH, so that eliminates. Okay, so it's got to be 3 or 4. Curricumin is yellow at all those, so that doesn't help. Indigo carmine, okay, that doesn't help. Okay, so it's orange for matinal yellow, so 4 has to be a little bit yellow because you can see the transition is at 2. It's orange at 2, okay. So it's 4. Alright. So let's see here. Alright, albedo was measured at noon because that time of day is when solar radiation reaching the ground is... Okay, what's an albedo? Okay, proportion of the tone that is reflected from a surface. Okay, so that would be, okay, 100% reflected. I don't know if it's 100, well, it can't be 100% reflected. Some of it would have to be absorbed. Okay, so certainly it would be the most intense. So, dun dun dun. All right. Okay, 34 is J. Okay. And, alright. Taken at noon. Okay. Yeah, it can't be 100% absorbed, can't be 100% reflected, so, and it would be the most intense. Why would the study design so that 3 plots, at noon it's right above you, so that would be direct, so it's, okay, most intense. Why was the study designed so that 3 plots had the same types of vegetation present and the same density of vegetation cover? I don't know. Alright, okay, is the 3 plots, well, because, yeah, they want them to be the same, those aren't the variables, so the variable is going to be plot 1, plot 2, plot 3. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so the only difference was the amount of drilling mud sprayed on it. So yeah, so okay, so it's A. Alright, sometimes you actually have to read the passage. And 36, on one day of the study period, a measurable rainfall had occurred in the study area. The albedo calculated for the cloudless day just after the rainy day was lower than the albedo calculated for the... Alright, on which day did a measurable rainfall? Okay, so albedo looks like that would have to be July 27th. Well, that would be the day after what it would be lower, so July 26th would be, okay. Yeah, so it would have to be the day, the rainy day would be the day before the albedo dropped. Okay, for each of the number of temperature readings recorded by these, okay, was closest to the following. I don't get it. Oh, I see the number of temperature readings. So, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it looks like 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll go with 5. Oh, yeah, okay, the answer choices aren't even close to each other. Yeah, it's 5, okay. If I knew the other answer choices were that far apart, I wouldn't have bothered to count. Okay, at least. Alright, 38. Just July 20th, the cloudless day, according to figure 1. Okay, they didn't take it on the days when it wasn't. So, no, it was calculated. Okay, so I'm going to say no because there doesn't seem to be a data point there for any of those. So, no, because, yeah, no albedo data were collected that day. Alright, some people just have a naturally high albedo. Okay, albedo 305, alright. Okay, so according to the study, the results of the study, did the presence of a cover of DM increase or decrease the albedo? Okay, so drilling mud, okay, 40, 80, okay, plot 1, the albedo is high, plot 2, the albedo is low, okay, and plot 3, okay, so plot 3 has the most, plot 2, okay, 1, okay, so the highest albedo is where they didn't spray any mud, the lowest is where they spread the most, okay, so did a cover of DM, did the presence, okay, It, okay, decreases the albedo, soil temperature, 2 and 3. Yeah, okay, it makes sense. It increases it because mud is dark, so it absorbs heat. So, okay, that makes perfect sense that it decreases the albedo because it doesn't reflect as much and increases the soil temperature. So, D. And 40. Based on figure 1 on August 3, what percent of incoming solar radiation was not reflected from plot 2? I don't know. What percentage was not? Okay. Proportion, okay. So, fine. So, what day was it again? August 3. Plot 2 is... Okay, so it looks like roughly 20% was reflected. Okay, so 80% would not be reflected, so that would be J. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to check the answer. Alright, so I'm done grading it. I got 2 questions wrong. Numbers 5 and 37. So 2 wrong equals a raw score of 38, which is a 34. Okay. Not terribly bad. Alright, and so let's see. We're gonna thanks Prep Scholar for the links to that. And let's do ACT score percentiles. Alright. Okay, so we're going to use that. So we got a 34 on the science. Alright, so that's the 98th percentile. Okay. So, not too shabby. That one was easier than some of the science tests I've taken, but let's go with it. Alright. Alright, so let's take a look at... Oh, why did I close that? Okay. Let's go to number 5, is it? Okay, number 5, I picked D. It's actually C. So, blah, blah, blah. Number 5. Okay, decreasing study 3. Okay, I put D, is at C. The average lifespan of strain X. Oh, okay. Strain. Yeah, I just read it wrong. Because it should be C. Strain X is longer than strain. Okay, that's just a stupid mistake. Alright. Just read the answer wrong. Knew what the right answer was and just read it wrong. Okay, 37. Well, I guess I had time to check it. Shame on me for not going back and checking it. Okay, 37 is the plot was 12? Oh, okay, it's here. I was just counting the number of data points, but what you have to do is every 5 seconds, so that would be 12 per minute. Okay, well, that's one of the ones where you had to actually read the passage rather than just look at the graph. So, okay, so there you have it, and alright, So if you found this video useful, please like it and subscribe to this channel. Neither action costs you anything. You'll be alerted about my new videos. Why do I care? It's simple. YouTube doesn't let me share any ad revenue unless I have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours. That's 240,000 minutes of view time in a year. While many people are watching these, I don't have 4,000 hours of watch time this year or within the last year. I don't have anywhere near 1,000 subscribers. For the same reasons, you're not only welcome, but encouraged to share links to this video, put it in playlists, etc. Just please credit me. I'm always happy to read and respond to constructive criticism or suggestions for new videos. I reserve the right to delete comments from and block those who specialize in destructive criticism. You know, trolls, or things that are off topic, spammers, disturbed people. A lot of people have used my comments in the past to really go off topic and rant about whatever was on their mind. I don't like that. I deleted them and blocked them. So, that having been said, thanks for watching. Please contact me if you have any questions. Please contact me if you're interested in one-on-one tutoring in the San Francisco Bay Area. I can do that live. I can arrange if I'm traveling to do that. And, of course, I can always work with you through Google Hangouts or Skype or something similar online. All right. Hope you are having a great one.
She blinded me with